stabilization your friend say
stabilization fund.
Fund and so $215 million. Bam. And you did also cost of so. Yeah, no. They say no so. And I buy a shabba so do onye sika nya de. No tam esla kwaji loan. And I say and also no. And no tam get fund na yam fambo school who buy no kwaji loan. Because see and I say and also nye enough emma no. Eti ohwebonkum no wa hwe nifa no wa kodachi no the shame on your marks get set ready pay no wa tamwe no the sia wa no wa tamwe no the sia wa what can sika we aban age from 2017 who can lose any revenue a Ghana Revenue Authority aggia. In any case, Ghana Revenue Authority agg 54 billion Ghana cedis 2020 COVID time
is rich and not poor.
What converted sika we na about we 77.5 billion US dollars from 2017 to 2020.
17 to 20.
77.5 billion dollars. Total amount of money about system no. We blow. I hate.
I shall protect the public.
Very interesting, Captain. I think.
My main message with my main money per day.
Okay.
I say good morning, sir. I am so and so. A service personnel at the Volta region. Please, sir, I need your help. To be frank, I can't hide this from you now because I am starving.
Oh, I don't know.
I need 50 Ghana cedis to get some food items. Sir, I have been following you every day on TV, pleading with you. Sir, for you not to doubt me here are my information to check on my NSS portal. And my password is so and so on the password account. To call NSS portal, that's why we're trying the password or they also at the account. Sika way in there, you know, about intimi into Yanapko till today. Sika way in there, you know. You tag a focus strike, I'm a school for and Kono if you Kumasi bank when you accident. Say net teacher for no lectures, no lecture hall, no extra dia can quite fa bass in ma to school, where where in national service for Yentimin Tria Wonka. Until we must start this risk. I mean, please.
What really is the problem? I mean, seriously, and then can't you be a problem? Because as a wouldn't be na one can. Because me knew. 77 billion.
Oh, what part check it every year? Revenue generation 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. What if for four no cry? Ghana Revenue Authority every year be almost exceed revenue targets. 50 billion plus every year. It's I don't know who want to say 50 crab by 4 get 200 billion. Divide 200 billion that time. Now $4.8 no. Na $4 we can say.
Hey, now what
Captain, I think that Maccabiana laid the premise for this particular discussion. So the coso in now when them asikrum hana say yet as human being say activity see my conscience a year juma. Now we try to elevate this discussion even though it's politics. Now yet me elevate it beyond the frontiers of this cheap politics here the BIA. Now you have been say a very dispassionate analysis near review the whole situation. You come back to one conclusion say adia yet hui and your governance is a criminal enterprise that is at play. A certain average criminals be unless they are only coming to rob this particular country. But it's sad say some of these critical issues you have idea clear say oh can amount for try to politicize everything and then we brush it aside and some now can you say no and some no can be don't forget say last time I catch now about say 2018 you call a bond market acquired 2 billion. The following year, you 3 billion. The following year, you could 3 billion. 2021, you could 3 billion. The only reason that this year, you say your ratings, everything, look gloomy. Answer na Akufo-Addo beba na the year 2017, we say abana outram na budget the tour na wa beto so. Oba na budget ya da ha OGM, Office of Government Machinery. Sika na ekọ 79 million Ghana cedis. The following year, mobile that money they move call 119 million. The following year, a move call 136 million. Yebedu 2021 captain that particular money, I increased it by 504% from 136 million to 823 million Ghana cedis. Hey, as I make a bell, so we have figures now from 79 by 2021 now drew 823 million Ghana cedis. Afiwe, Sika allocation is around 3 billion Ghana cedis. It is almost half of Sika Ebenya from e-levy. And when you have this particular understanding, now here Sika Yenye and or minus still teetering at the brink of a possible financial collapse. Clearly, it gives you an idea. Say people who are managing this particular country are just criminals. They came say omba be your mind the ayom huye. Omu any plan biasa they came to fix this particular country. And Sikana captain boss the one boss union and some makachile win and say Sika ye try they call the Flagstaff House or Kwako Dimko and then over 3 billion for this particular year. Ghana for complain or Oba Sikana Ecoho 79 million. So in the last 5 years, that money in terms of so quantify in percentages form and the number over thousands and still we complain say you tighten your bet. When people who are leading this particular country, or bet who host we need be like campus or tighten or bet or they're just blowing the monies away. So see I'm not here say there is a near my name say Accra Psychiatric Hospital. You see the map private developer, ebinim say atasa, ebinim say atasa, ebinim and a yard nam krum. Assuming without admitting say the map private way and I say yaton and you're not correct. It's a fact, say Hoko Hospital ha yane workers in Asia catch up, but say open pet transfer, bribe amount na ko baby. Na hospital no ye babe close babe ye friends a redevelopment Captain, that particular place in a government property. So at least a part of one DF one way na no kana say the redevelopment way. At the end of the day, you say competitive tendering and the default position of the procurement law. Won't mean tam enfan konkomo bia. Issue ni babontia. Health minister this statement babontia or say yenyan ton famo bia that they have started receiving bid. Man for a basse, wow, the contract na we no. The first question is say, I have found one advertising a krum ha. Ghana near who said, Accra, your first psychiatric hospital, no, ya person ya redeveloping, you know, Ghana near, or you are just obeying yes, man, far obey the brand ya him until such this particular investigation babontia and then Abaya some minister responding and can him. That is the crown for some more pretty. And think one about Hosono, na sa adeno, aquacosia, we are who she is. Minister, that's all more receive way bed for the same thing yet, and they see la General Hospital. Quabrania, Wako School, I be when it's only or more take a critical decision. A Kobu Hospital, no boo yet, say a Babesi Hospital for 2 years in year, Okola, she knew.
Yes, I feel your best tattoo.
2 years. 2 years in your court la. She knew why you bogu. We say what la badi now we are here. Quite fast over court hospital no air some for Captain. And the what now? What's the honors and wait to honor if you want to be very objective. Now say Osha Ghana. Can't you see say a minor sinke? Because idea even your social life crown and a disintegrate here. Ghana need any respect for the follow Ghanaian our human life and value them. So come on we money as for quite for so you kunipa just say and at the other side the air sign bomb saying criminals no come yes I near my way are turning out to be police for state na na finance or na armed robbers or one nam our more jijijamon food to finance these hoodlums and criminals because the INS say in the name of this partisan cheap politics we have succeeded in enlisting among for more criminals, among for more ties with criminal gangs, and then as a forum, and a yasha police in Tadia. And the criminals na first no more brands no monya tuo no and the state no mum na finance because they are into the security sensitive security institutions that they have access to gun into omunya then the no mama back pass to omun for and the people are more swear say omo protect the ordinary Ghanaian no and then omo mu kura tu omo nam kwan so a omo na asem no ba na afanyansa kwan so ayi ni C1 tan na ya say no hwe statement huru bi a police for the babontin say police for mienu na omo achi omo police custody omo for investigation omo LED raid omo koy na omo nya obi anko omo sa anko for mienu abo omo tu akon omo and that particular thing definitely will lead to a closure of this particular case because these guys omo ye key in this particular investigation. Ya said that as someone like obo omo tu akon omo just to kill the investigation and omo the statement about it think it's true. You can read. Yes.
Are you serious?
And the police had a gut to release a statement telling Ghanaians because they know, say, most of the people in the media are so gullible. They fixate on trivia and primitive issues. Issue no bar. Instead of us to interrogate and ask the critical, the most crucial, salient questions, no, it's just I'm no, and then they'll call them on radio and on TV, brushing the issue aside, and then they get away with it because which civilized jurisdiction. And the police for betting the M-Fund to release such silly statement just to convince Obi say that particular way no yes your modi and say omokolidi with no mokwa no she ya only problem ko no
many director of communications Kasayo say now they were not in handcuffs as people were speculating.
Okay.
See, no money handcuffs.
Okay. So were they armed?
They were not armed.
Captain, this
is said when you want criminals to lead you to arrest other criminals, they call it the be in and the be out. I don't know if the police adopted that strategy, whether I don't know. Because be in, be out means that there can be a bullet from afar, you don't know, or bullet from within. So you need to code the people that are leading you for that arrest. Unfortunately, wamona na wodi animu.
Oh.
No.
And police for na edo omo kono so mu echiro. So mo ayeden. First of all, womuya lay out of the area na to know the exact point na omo kono. If it is no, then the move in the first place na wrong. If it is yes, location and kasana lay out and just say ahana wono. Mama na wo machi.
Now, Captain.
Again, one na waka ho no. We civilians no. Emom two timi dwane.
Captain,
in the presence of police now, a little to there, you know. Come on, who buys this now?
And ebi mo hoso aye bo mu.
Captain, me say story no, it's just a manufactured nonsense. Just to justify whatever that is. No, it doesn't make sense. You understand? Because some person obi actual hard out of criminals. You don't even need to lead the person there. And you see, obi who said the key individuals I'm here give you closure to this particular matter because one of the guys, according to report, you say, police instructor. Instructor now or your criminal. You can imagine the number of people when you impact also the number of criminal police here or training such a person is a key witness away here to investigate. And again, even those individuals criminal, there is this presumption of innocence until the person is proven guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction. So you can't just say any a criminal and only do and without any protection where they invest what actually happened. You see, there are a lot of questions begging for answers. And I think the Ghana police should do themselves your friends say good by giving us proper explanation that more Canadians nobody will buy into some of these things. And again, I'm expecting the state to conduct an independent probe into this particular thing because one too many as to how these individuals are getting enlisted into the police and even the national security, because we have several of these people, they are kind in the police, and then come back to the kind of training as if I more money as if there are a lot of things that are going on wrong. I think we need to sit down and you say, oh my no, and your financial sector don't quite sink it. And then the other side, baby is rotting away. You see, because I said a teacher for complaining about 10% of saying, say you see into rent. A dino bungalows no more team. Yes, we move to 10%.
I know, yes.
Into 10%.
That way, back there, you know,
from 2006.
6. The teacher for the rent come from 2006. Teacher for the tea buying bungalow.
Yes. So you see, then you come back to look at the emolument structure. I will say now. Ubisa say how fair is that particular thing over the years? Teacher for no crisis, Kasa no munya. President Abakasa opesa obobra papa bia. Anaso opesa unya sika. Anye teaching adwuma na ba kopa adwuma foforo. Enti na ba hu say enda no everybody is rushing to the political landscape because a honor kwa. And it's here the DCE for 4 years, right? Obey we had na the problem in our solve. And you know, I did the commitment, nationalism, sense of duty, sense of service. Obi best baby is a me a nurse, me a doctor, me away. May you I boy or minor or minus, you know. It's a scramble for wealth and OBA because people at the top are stealing. Who do have any opportunity area? And it's a what to form and watch radio is a waste because teacher Nino, Sika Ketwana or no crano. A horse and some no cry as I had to teacher from war from na hair. A car binum de omodo masalary, we need the edge more, or we didn't the edge bicycle, or we the edge mattress. And the other coffee, no, Bosumi Basson salary loan and 100 Ghana cry in Duru. So, who signed it to become a teacher? What sign or poverty warrant? Forever, no, you will never get out from that particular hole. You'll be there forever. And that is the thing that we expect government to come out with initiative and policies. Everything I'm boy. Now you elevate. I'm not doing anything. I have sabaya obi. Will be here. Don't be in the juma. But who have come for so yeah monument structure or chroma. You tell recently, and then say the ideal ones of president to cry and keep to Amoka. President Yerenoma constitution no impose any responsibility on them no senka Ghana for more no minimum and can sika yadema president Yerene ne omo keka ho no nka so chen surgeon na otiko lebua oye your friend say surgery ni na sefo na o devote ni life you know in the medical school ni na sefo nyina otua because doctors omo kroma sika do say na editu omo now the ideal wife of a president or nya adwuma bia no sika na niam omo nya nyina achi no yesi ye de omba be ye be design salary structure omo no mo tu omo ka so what's your mind no there are a lot of things that will come to your mind say my way no is it worth dying for because nothing seems to be working. Few individuals being an opportunity to get to somewhere that is an opportunity to just make yourself okay and then to at the expense of the majority of people, you know, forever and ever, no, that impoverished hole now, you will never get out because when you get out, that is where we will make the argument.
It's Captain here. Say, una mabruchio me pass them. Now, I'm percent in an attempt to say a becacho say we be I would drink with children and tessa intino baby me could be a me who renewum and me bisa say inti ena say wonam abruchire now who said the system see juma na the system is humming just say bibia da me kwan so a eya na obisa say enya possible say ye be nyani na wrong sir. To say, you know, me course I may have me crown aside from commerce, you know, a moral and ethical degeneration. So because I don't know a say nipa bra boa won't me nyane back. Sika de wouldn't be and I will lose sika na say na ye kwatrika wa hanom krampo at some point ni nyesika kakra between atata bi ahye. But say who lusu wo moral ne wo ethical code now. Say wo ebe say nkola. Until I just said the generation eba handy over Ghana to ni na no. One more baby say hey.
Say I send the coffee.
Oh, who can say mum dey ya?
No. Oh, and no ne adia and no anamene Papa be kasa or phone. So and I told Papa and say the earlier we accept we are fools or we are being fooled, the better for us, we have a strategy to salvage the situation. If you say, what's your main? Now, Abaya lose control over everything, including the show crowd with TV. So, Ghanaian morals now, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, one, hey. Yeah, my Indian country.
Yeah. And that is the
most. Indian country. Korean TV, Spanish ni country. Comax, India ni country. And yet, I say, and Naba, and to Ghana need to be telenovela. Near the cameras, the soon wa advice say Obia. Movie now, ocean, the telenovela now, no. The way I say, it's me, person me too pragia for Jimmy E.
I say more.
Ghana for to be body, ye back to me, yeah. We'll be shut telenovela and Sanu Abodia.
Yeah.
Telenovela.
Captain, me say we are sick.
Me many so.
Captain, nema a shape a man for psyche. One, we education for this particular movie, a man for and pay attention.
No, yes, you are so right. And Tina, sir. Conversation, the argument by with gay semi parliament for sorry. Then I may say, you are legislature, more clueless. TD American, more clueless because some more say mujai not yet stop gayism, nominate LGBTQ. And yet, parliament to hold an issue, content, advertisement, ubu Kenya one outro, Ediania woody, and yawana way. Nkola ye wo mu na aduane aye di no ye fi approach na eba Nestle Ghana company gina ye the Nestle Ghana to so enye Ghana company nnuane wo mu di na obi na aye no de abo nti so wo pese wo mu sisa wadwene a wo content a wo hwe wo TV so telenovela nenes sa Buja Gabriel se de be de sa no many na content no eye sliver Bruni's friend is sliver, just say a subliminal. One more day, and your mashi moi.
Utia, just the sound, Kekano.
Just say, Captain.
As me her movie be your home. Now, me papa say or per se, say, me get my dream set me ye a deal we are. I said, Bibia and Timin summer dream. Some me jay, me nyaka say, me pese me sit dying, me pese me. Do a full way through this level. We are me day and what me do. Psychologists be catch me, Papa say, Uncle Pen movie be Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson. On acted that movie. Me Papa coaching ya compare movie no buy.
Wow.
Rules of engagement.
Hey, baby.
Me peu.
Share.
Of
course.
Me share the Monday, no, I'm share Wednesday, no, my hand Friday. Me share the Monday, no, my hand Wednesday, no, my hand Friday. Te do baby, nsa because so pesa me ya de we ya. Na as imagine a movie so kakra.
I say me too, Papa.
And then me uncle so say no. We yes sir. I plan to determine bibi abe hadwen. And okofa house on the ocean.
Hey, Captain.
And so Bram said, me no na madwen no grow bigger and faster than that time no. Since I make us we marry Jima we. You build them.
Captain, asema working to you. You see how I'm always me. Wouldn't be into because Captain, to tweak curriculums now, say hey.
Yanko break him, Patrick. That's FAO TV.
Anything like this before. He's surely the #1 presenter in the nation.
Get a great job.
And stay for more information.
I've never encountered anything like this before.
He's surely the #1 presenter in the nation.
A daybreak. It's a daybreak. Thank God we are awake. This is the king of morning shows. Listen to the king of morning shows, Captain Smart.
Bye.
Feel the power. The best music.
The best.
What is curriculums here? Free SHS. The idea of free SHS here. Process of free SHS here totally wrong. Education they might call us say no. Absolute. Any value into one more graduate to a woman to say you need over 3 million graduates. University for women here Jumaye. Are they now you what 3 million graduates are one more, I go through matriculation process. What may we no munye. Now you want to tell me that this is a government that thinks? No, this is not magic. This is simple stuff. This is basic.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it, all right, but this is simple stuff. Come on, man.
Captain, good morning.
Good morning.
The youth of Ghana, yes. Captain, first with the airport situation, this is a national security threat, a national security issue, because your major point of entry into the country, any light.
It does not affect travel.
No, true, it doesn't affect travels, but then it affects every other security installation within that.
This is painful.
And see, how can you even imagine, sir, a national airport, the prime airport of Ghana, any light, and people are still at post, Captain? This is grounds for people to lose. They should be fired because this is not even supposed to happen. And see, are they trying to say they don't do yearly audit? Sir, they would go through the books of the company and see if they are owing or not. I mean, none of these checks are being done, but people are at work and they are being paid salaries to do this work. Captain, I've told you before, sir, the people we are asking to fix this country cannot, will not, and do not know how to fix it. It's clear. And I'm saying every single week, there's justification, sir, they do not have any clue as to what they are doing. Captain, I'll touch on, no, but this is a very serious issue to think about, all jokes aside. It's a national security issue. If your number one entry point doesn't have electricity, I mean, how would the security systems run? The checks, the scanners, and all of those things, how would they run? If for the air tower to even clear airplanes to fly and all that, if you don't have power, how would they run? So the electricity, or they run it then.
Are you an aviation expert?
That's what I'm trying to understand. And see, the electricity, the light on Mochamuno, what does it operate? Light bulbs, and an elevator, and
air conditioning. Meanwhile,
If you don't get it,
something, you see, we should get serious with these issues in Ghana, because anyway, back to the, I have commentary on the state security systems, police for Omachi almost say they are robbing and all of those things. Captain. Wow. And these are the people who claim they are scared of coup d'etats. But they do not see, sir, their own people in the services are turning into criminals. They don't see that. And they don't see where the threat is from. It is all be about to say, some more passing 11, that one they're facts, but they don't even have the mind to analyze, say, your internal security is your number one threat. They don't see that. Who is running this country, like Ofi said? This is a serious joke. Ghana has become a very, very serious joke. Nothing seems to be working. Hey, Captain, I want to touch on what we claim to be democratic. And to JBI say democracy. Ghana is a bastion of democracy, a beacon of hope and all of that. Captain, we are not in a democracy. One of the pillars of democracy is say you have separation of the arms of government. The executive is supposed to be different, independent. The judiciary is supposed to be independent, and so is the legislature. Captain himself, the judiciary is not an elected arm of government. It's under appointment from the president. How is it independent? The president decides who's going to be the head of the judicial system or sector or arm of government, which is the chief justice. He's appointed by the president. How do you show separation of powers here? At least we elect the legislature. We elect them into that. The executive is elected into power, but the judiciary is not elected. It's an appointed arm of government. How is this a democracy? Captain, you see, sometimes I like to be respectful. Say, those people who are supposed to have the helms of affairs are grown. But you need to be a little sensible. And this analysis, don't you even see, said this is not a democracy, that there's no separation of the arms of government? And why is nobody even saying these things to be done? And see, every time we call for the change of the constitution, Captain, yes, sir, you need papa here, or now but we are saying, sir, the fundamental or the foundations of our democracy has been removed. And if those foundations are weak, the whole thing will collapse. And see, it's a very sensitive arm of government, the judiciary. And see that for the past 2 weeks, I've always been on the judicial service. So it's a very sensitive arm of government. And I'm saying if everything else fails, it's the judicial system that's supposed to be the last hope for us. And see, I don't even see how we call them honorable people in there. In fact, it applies to all the arms of government. We call the president His Excellency. But what's excellent about what we are seeing today? And not just today, that's from 92. I heard people saying, the NDC is in opposition. That's a very big lie. The NDC has never been in opposition, neither has the MPP been in opposition. Captain, the only thing they do is they don't have executive power. But the NDC is in parliament. The NDC will definitely have elements in the judicial service too. So it's only executive power they can say you need executive power. But they're not an opposition.
opposition.
They're in power. So all parliaments, they say you find it's a hung parliament. It's the first time in the history of Ghanaian politics. You find 137 apiece. Are there not NDC people in there? Do you think these are people in opposition?
No.
Let's get serious for once in this country. And I've said, look, all of them are complicit. Every single one of them. Captain, I wish they would see what is ahead and what is coming. And can we join it?
No, they don't see it. Oh.
They don't see. They're playing political ostriches. They should keep playing that. But the fact that you bury your head in the sand doesn't mean what is coming is not coming. It is coming. And Captain, it is scary. That's why some of us, Captain, we always go on these marches, on this campaign, trying to get people to fix the problem because we don't want to get to where we are heading to. But if they keep ignoring the voices of reason, Captain, where we're going to get to will be very, very disastrous. That one is not, it's not a warning, oh. Captain. It's not a warning. We are reading the signs, and the signs are very clear. Again, back to the judicial service. Captain, you have someone being not prosecuted, persecuted on certain charges. You have a constitution that has clearly spelled out how this thing should be done. Say, for treason charges, you have to go to the High Court. We saw them playing political charades in a district court. CCISA, Omode, case now called a High Court. They denied him bail too again. You see, people sitting back are losing faith in the judicial system. And see, okay, election petition, 2012 election.
There is no only yere na yamani bill.
No problem.
Say only dying na yamani bill.
No problem.
And I yes, I nekate.
Oh, yeah, no problem. By the time my election petition in when electoral results were being contested, we took it to the court because people believe, say, at least the judicial system was able to give some remedy to the situation. And see, everybody put their interest aside and said, let us go to the courts. And as expose came out and showed, said, those who are supposed to be the just people in the system, it was from that point, people started losing hope in the system. Today it has become very clear, sir. I don't even want to touch on the Supreme Court ruling on the speaker's issue. I don't even want to touch on that right now because it's clear for everyone to see. And all those who are seeing and pretending say, I'm saying when this thing breaks down, when the system crashes, all those people will be held accountable. And when justice is being served, none shall be spared. Captain, again, it's not a warning. Captain, let's come down to this. Again, people come out and say, we are building hospitals and we build roads, we build schools. Captain, when you're building a healthcare system, it's not about building the hospital buildings. That is not a healthcare system. You're supposed to pay attention to certain key factors, like your nurse to patient ratio, your doctor to nurse patient ratio. These are the things that show if your healthcare system is quality. Again, you look at your pharmaceuticals, the medicines or the drugs you're giving out to your patients. Are you even attention to preventive healthcare more than curative health? But you try to prevent it from even happening. This is how you build a healthcare system. Educational system, and yes, I see e-classroom block, and I see this classroom block. No, you're supposed to look at certain key factors. Again, look at the conditions of service of the teachers. How motivated are they to even teach? The children, what environment are they being raised in? And education, when you're school, when you go back home, all of these things are extracurricular activities. And so you look at your curriculum too. Then I students know. What are we trying to build in the country? And your future goal, and that's how you train your students so they can serve into that purpose. But I say, freestyle, Moonchain DFC, we just build the schools and say, oh yes, we build schools, so then we have a good educational system. You roll out free SHS and think, yes, then everything's supposed to. No, the fact that it's free doesn't mean that it's quality. Understand some of these basic things. Oh, they're here, copy and paste. I got a copy of Singapore National Development Plan up to 2035. Yes. In 2019, we called Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Administration. I met some people then, I got the document, and I'm a steady captain. Singapore 6 o'clock today, Ghana will be empty. But even though Singapore is so beautiful and advanced, Omo yet plans to even elevate it to a next level by 2035. What are we doing here?
Yeah, Captain.
Captain, SkyTrain almost say, Obisi, or the SkyTrain, Bema Singapore, between terminals, almost uses SkyTrain between terminals.
Papa, Ofi US by the friend said Dr. Thomas Dane.
Thomas Mensa.
Some interview no Adam.
Oh, sir.
O kind of fear what can be sa o shegu hosa o rubber figure. You really show that make a chance we have. Which be here 1 kilometer with these people. Mechoska.
That's right. So it has to do with the psyche of the people, right?
Anna, I'll say it's possible. We're gonna do it, man. I'm saying you're gonna do what, man? Okay. mbeware ya bra besa
and fun and so
and no buy
Yeah.
1 year 2 years 3 years say my brother man
On to me on country view.
oh they say the wapan for we dwa wo mo
I am sick and tired of this rubbish in the system. I gotta get out of here and go back to the States. You see?
Yeah.
I feel me these people cannot fix
They
it.
can't. They will
not.
And they do not
They
know
don't
how to.
to fix it.
They don't.
That's it.
Captain, my last
Because
point.
you can't waste $77.5 billion
US dollars.
hey,
And there's nothing to show for it.
in less than 7 years, $77.5 billion. They had done them for Kwaso capital city.
Captain, my last point. I said this before.
Okay.
Sir. So I'll show the rate at which the city is falling.
living legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, living legends.
Because it's also the rate at which the city is falling. Economics, but Carter will say. Captain. Is it economics? Better will say.
The rate at which the city is
It's
falling.
falling, yeah.
City were falling area.
Anyway, say, I'm going to say, I got two petrol.
Baby, I agree. I city no way.
Okay. We're not done. Anyway, and she break.
Mama got 9 cities that say ya will
And cost straight, yeah.
Make last month, people thought I was just joking. And yeah, Ukraine, where will be a we? Young penny for and Yansan from. May you free.
Captain, see, with the city, the reason why it is falling consistently, and they say, ye crabby beer. If you sell person auto BB were outside, I sell some cities, $4, and then you buy those things.
No
And that is what is crashing the city. And see, any sensible economist whose worth his weight in salt, when you go in salt, no, sir, fix that balance of trade, and see, start producing what you consume the most locally. And see, if you don't have to change so much dollars to go and buy things from outside, at least it gives your city some cushion. That's
101 economics.
This is basic economics. And anybody any economist who says his worth is weight in salt should riddle me that. Say me on sending with and on calling into this thing. The balance of payments is what's making the city fall because we are importing all our consumables. Into toothpick boy, yeah, crabba. Into if we're producing these things locally, toothpick.
What crab and chair, I'll see toothpick.
No, sir. Why are too advanced?
Also, grab your advance, Papa. Yeah, keke nagata say what PhD.
You get it?
What crab banche from Holland, banche.
And see, start producing what we consume the most locally. That is the first step to arresting. Let's see, make what you say, obviously, we're bumping or arrest the keys now, man.
Yeah.
Continue, good morning.
Pacho, I suppose if you say, and now no pay between 4 and 5 a.m. A 2 hour to Bokosa, and Nipa Bakwefrim. Then mum still ya. A man for one is one chum be a 2 to ye. How? And I brought from Matron men a mentias here.
Just say, Mentias you. Mentias.
There are still
I just don't.
sporadic gunshots in Boko in the Upper East region on Tuesday dawn, but police say residents are not willing to give them information regarding where the gunshots were heard.
So that is a police statement.
Police statement.
There be police officer in a car here was 3 FM.
Oh, okay.
Captain, listen. System no, Mr. Captain, listen. Ghana for. No, seriously. Ghana for. Miss Remo, we did a appeal. Me Pamucho said, Momayan Tiasia said, O minor, if she gu a boom, is a sa in ye, Miss Remo. Yenye against NDC, yenye against MPP.
You get it?
But baby, I could read as a set ye rescue or me. At a penny near Atakakrafwe, woman to me and rescue or mine. Said they need cano. They don't have the mental capacity to construct. Woman to me, ye be beer. Captain, am I this opportunity to come here and share with you, your mammo, frame after frame, to me, I justify for the last couple of, he's been here over a year. And prior to say, oh, Bahana, na de be a captain shows us for you. To say,
yeah, 1 year.
When you're 1 year.
And no, China in the affair.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, first June, the mania 1 year.
Oh, get out of here. Oh, wow. Okay.
Mr. T full show on the 2nd of June,
You get it?
2021.
Really?
And the first June, the mania 1 year.
oh, 1st June, your baby. I see a quiet show no Singapore.
You get it?
Captain, I see a quiet show no Singapore, and I see a New York quiet show no. Yeah, quiet war. Friends, Hudson Yards, 107th floor.
But you because we didn't do it, we did it outside.
Captain.
Captain, I see. Wait, I'm daring Captain. Captain, I see a question, no, baby. Young question, no, baby. Captain, it would be fabulous. One anniversary. Yeah, see a quiet. I see a quiet. Captain, yeah, what problems? They say, no, we have entered into a permanent emergency at Ghana. Yes, Remo, Ghana. Mama, yen to me and reclaim ye redeem Ghana. Say, and no penny echo. Why, yempe basabasa ye, we and by force and ye 2024 election, not what they'll thumb, ye make a decision, no. Because, say, dear, it's enough. And ye beyond enough. Ye laughing stock around the world. And ye embarrassing to go anywhere to say we are Ghanaian because woman him say Ghana for ye wusika. Books no Oko Wall Street Ghana sika ye wono. They show it on Wall Street. Nti ade na yen de bia ye nam wo na ba bia wa broche airport bia na ba bia be nama Ghana for majority of them no ye are the lower social class. Ye proper form ye papa ye say baby abeko yeah your doctors your professors here we but I say obi free Ghana obekwa broche bia na ye kopre adwuma ye low level so mesremo Ghana sse ye change your image
I'm an kasakakra na enko aka 10 minutes na
catch omo ye change your image ye change Ghana ye change your image
menjaba ya atiti ne afiata go
yeah Captain I think say your psyche aya de ayansesan development na sifa ye siki and you send to minka. Because it will be like say washing your feet with your socks on. Wash your socks now nice. When we are feeling that's what that is what we need. I think it's all now had the mindset of the people. We have quite any fast or drain. Not quite fast what ye deep politics with emotions I you see ya drain na. And I'm man for I take advantage. I capitalize it on that and I'm more driving where we are. Unfortunately for the average Ghanaian and what's not ready the level of misinformation, disinformation, propaganda and falsehood, even some of the guys within the media space put to go on it's so amazing. So at the end of the day, these things inform the psyche of the people. Somebody who is ignorant all of a sudden sit behind the microphone and now arrogated to the whole say he's like yeah, I mean, who said I've been seeing suddenly, he becomes so much intelligent to the extent say, or no, and just throwing out information. People should swallow the hook, line, and sinker. So, the church and now add the moral place. I'm on for call, still the values, and then Ababa avenue for extortion.
Can you? I'm
for the book because ordinary, church, a place and kaya call to yetimi still morals and the values, and then as for into the move. But unfortunately, Abaya Avenue, I'm for the extorted people who are so gullible to the sense that you say you be and then the church is extorting them. Also for why ye come here from Kwan the Gum and then over another side. Even the traditional realm no cry and penning for first him for say need to almost 2 4 and as for and then because of politics we need the air promuti amount for HC V8 and a bin and you know and near mess of moya their twin chain and a near chile movie avenue and so ultimate driving the past psyche. And then all the TV stations in Muyi. China, you know, why the movie. Korean, you know, why the movie. What's situating within their context? Elevated their cultural orientation and as a form.
Yeah,
that is the movie. Moibi. And you see, some of these things. Some of these things are very dangerous. Very. Because there is and because leadership, there is no responsibility. People think some of these things any impact. Movie,
you showed you India now.
Yes.
Also, yes, I mean, I'm a Samai Junction. Now, I'm a Samai Junction, so I don't know what TV so.
Captain, when we can use the same avenue to
Samai Junction,
your movies.
Why am I Samai Junction?
Your movies are no chrome has yet, some uninformed persons and out of their twisted minds in some hunu and that movie no movie utu kwana de sikaba fi obusuanfo ba say no that kind of orientation and I build and then we are orienting our people to silly stuff from outside yes situated within their context growing up no now American movies war films no more na these things are propaganda America soldier back etimi ku Korea for 100 and unyina na sa wo develop foreign policy what be say America is superior. And you will never make any mistakes. What America because growing up, no to me American movie. So you never put me could Rambo put me could the whole of mine. So that is a thing you grow up with. And these things are things that deliberately and consciously, yeah, not say, Sabaya bet me building the pageant. And there are a lot of countries they fear America not be what the Murado sign who's America for going into combat. But that particular thing, that is how we build a country. The psyche and the orientation of the people, no, you will build through movies. But movies in the Jama say, oh, more manco school, and they move more, and they them Kakano Munimno, and a more trust silly stories, stories are a Nansa beer and would make a movie, no, and yes, I them from beginning to the end. But movies look out to me structure in such a way, your comedy movies, and then we have other movies, or beyond the team, and I be informed for so look at the movies that we show, and that is what we do. You radio show you may last and I may catch it out. The whole media in the 21st century way, now yet TV so your fans a real the cover before I bet to interview. No, that is the psyche. In some woman, and I was so radio for an apocalypse. A man 40 baby, computers and as for more advanced call. The young man said, Opesa no bad for 7 hours. I do it. What can you say? I'm Bravo, we are seeing now as I want your bad. And you saw no bad radio TV for an apocalypse and you I'm for to be how to advance the next 50 years. I'm for your computer, I'm for you know. Quite for some bad system minutes now. I'm more careful. Just seven and quite a 7 kwan at TV and we are advertising. And you can quite a 7 and maybe told me. Captain, and not even 35 years, all of our and the kidney in say because some of this in them. Because the orientation the Unim didn't yet say, you can't win the team say, oh no, about that 10 minutes, or just a one more homework, but medically. Oh, your friend say, Massa made me one bantamo. But that is how that is how Captain. We have but anyway, penetration, medically, even first one up to 5 minutes for home bar and yet yaria. But you're creating impression that just a one about that 30 minutes in 100 hours. So these are it's a moon idea guni papi man make about the psyche of the people. This are fast you bet me real
the problem is we haven't created an environment say ni pano be bibia. Inti baby adwene be kono yes a low level consciousness.
Eslam mo amu Jubilee House amagege nkrofo sika say mo don be ko police ni soldier no.
Captain.
Mo warning number 2 ne be say mama warning mako ensia. We are number 2. Mo amu Jubilee House. Na mo jeje nkrofo sika say mo de won be ko posi. Soldier, immigration, the customs ne ade no. Mo pictures no ewa ha. Me de ba ko be kire wo. Me pen kwa asem bia krom abiem. Eti se wonim se waje akwada bi sika se wo de ne be ko posi.
I don't know.
Any soldier. Na won fa ne sika mana. Fa ne sika wo de ba ko de get ne say de o so wedding sa still I want fa na ko. Fa ne sika komano. Fa wo musika komano. Chief of staff.
You get it?
May I will publish their pictures.
If you don't get
so, oh yes, I have them here.
Wow.
Yes. About 17 people. What did you for 5,000, 4,000, 10,000, 12,000. Kwabrane ba kuma jin sam sika 25,000
I don't know.
What the name call migration? Then Kwan or Kwai migration went to Aji, which is 25,000 Ghana cedis.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, on acquire commanding officer. So on himself went to Jubilee House. That's why yes, sir. Felipa ni sika commando.
Na captain di no better no.
The NT ama me yen sa so why yeah. It's a huge disgrace to the Jubilee House, the seat of government. Every time I say my mom warning sa 6. So when Jimmy na won nyansa obekwa kotua sika.
Captain di no.
Eti ko nafa sika no. Ko maniura. Oh, so funny we here. Me de ba ku ba.
Captain, me be.
Oh, we just some how we try on over there. Ba ku die. Eti you ready?
Hey.
You ready? For us, you ready?
Wow.
Maybe I say my mom warning. Warning number 1, warning number 2. My mom warning is 6. Mon country uncle for the sika. We immigration officer. What to go for you? What's the table? Na jijiska.
I don't know.
So what the for immigration? Bra. For one sika come. Men pemanson. Mesrao. Abanta na ateta kwade anaje no. Young Crawford is 25,000 for immigration on the Kwanda.
Wow.
Gay, when did gay sa? Hey, bra.
Tell me, Yano. Just I know no benya no day, open den when you're back.
Ediano. Sound so home. Sagano super. Eti me pamacho me ayana me shada am fama samon ko security personnel so sa I have a reason. But baby I corner there mbeshase. Eti so wonim say waje obi sika so de be ko police akofo ne sika koma no.
Na am robbers. Police.
Waje obi sika so wo de be ko immigration for the sika ko.
You get it?
Waje obi sika so de be ko soldier for the sika ko. Na me nim say na national service kura no yetimi ji sika say yetimi aposu akobali papa.
Wow.
Na me nim da. Oh, you don't quite aha. There be a message sound wa call Coco Born. You bet me as a sound na you wa call airport. Esremo enyado. Me ko break aba. Na ya titi na if you go atoa so. Momfa sika nko we ye horny number 2. E kire be ye horny number 3. Na ya wada aye number 4. Na fiada aye number 5. Me mere da ne kwesi da me medwa ba still me mere da ka ho ne kwesi da ka ho. E da so a trouble aba.
Right.
Me say pictures no. Somehow. Pictures no. And some phone so no.
Hey.
We mu ina ye mu phone.
Wow.
Enti wa won pe ho asem no. Picture that was answer kwasia.
What's your call? Lagos, University of Ghana. You call here street rallies.
Koye Jimmy. Security officer out to come drive. Why you be sick? No trap pictures and was smiling. Oh, was Jimmy for.
Because a idea of me, woman na you. Captain, a standard.
Yeah, come on, person meeting.
Gold standard.
What's your colleague?
You call here street rallies. And your students know what you know.
Okay.
You started. It's a series.
And what kind? I'm not catching Legon. Vice Chancellor said, "I'll stop you."
Oh, you started before COVID by.
Then I'm not Mojai. No,
almost started. That's what even agitated the students more. Until before COVID, when you had 1,200 students.
I'm not catching. Say, "Crown no more strike." The campus one crown a security threat.
All the best of them.
Me come break aba. When whom you ma me committee. Yen court your committee. Committee.
It's a daybreak. Thank God we are awake. This is the king of morning shows. Don't waste your time anywhere, anymore. Listen to the king of morning shows. This is Captain Smart.